Howdy, everybody. What's going on? It's your Thursday night grove show as usual. Wednesday night, whatever. What is it? Wednesday? Yeah. All the days are going in. What's up, Liam? What's up, John? What's up, everybody watching? If you all could do me a solid and share this link, any way you share anything, it'd be greatly appreciated. As we're marching towards 1,000. We're getting close. We're what? 936. We're getting there. We are getting there, and it's all because of you guys. So I'm very appreciative of that. So, hey, what's up, Theme Park, New England? So, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about, bunch of stuff to go over, and I actually tried to organize this a little better by, instead of like bouncing around with different park news, I just put it all in one neatly. It's nice. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, there's various things we're going to talk about. There's some Disney news, there's some Kings Island news, there's a conspiracy theory about Disney stuff going on, there's some Cedar Point, there's some Six Flags America, Great Adventure, Carnival Cruise Line, there's some weird Intamin stuff going on, some SeaWorld stuff, Busch Gardens, Sesame Place. We're also going to talk about the 2019 theme park attendance. And we're going to talk about, Lake Compounce, Quasi. We're also... Oh. What about now? Can you hear me now? Maybe I was too far away from the mic. Which is possible. Damn kid in this video. I got to move the mic. Because, my kid, when he's here on the weekends, he moves things around. Let's do this. Let's see. Is that any better? It looks like the levels are okay on my end. I know he hasn't touched them. I mean, I can't really... What about now? Howdy, ho. I wonder why it's low. Oh, wait. Let me see this. What about now? Is this any better? Because, I mean, I got everything up as much as I possibly could want to put it. I wonder if, no, I don't know. I mean, everything shows like it's normal on my end. I don't know why it's low. I don't know. I didn't even touch anything. What if I just... Maybe if I do that, maybe something will... I mean, I could have it on the wrong... How can you not hear me? That's the weirdest thing. Like, nothing is... It's... Hang on. Let me see something. It could be on the wrong thing. Hang on. Where is... Okay, properties. Let's see what it's on. No, it's on that. Oh. Let's try that. How about now? I mean, it was still the same, but I don't understand why. What does this go to? Oh, I know what that is. Let me just make sure my kid didn't touch anything he wasn't supposed to. He likes to do that. Oh, you know what? Let me double check under here. Hang on. Nothing was loose, but I don't know. We'll roll with the dice and see. I don't know why it's so low. Like everything is up. Everything is up. Uppity up. Up. Sing some McDonald's. Well, anyway, so I don't know how much of what you heard. From when I was just playing around with this. I don't know what you heard, what you didn't hear. So we'll talk about the weekend. We're going to talk about, I heard about the survey that's in here as well. I actually got the survey. I'm shocked. I'm surprised because I haven't gotten everything that usually everybody else gets. But, yeah, can you hear the dogs barking very well now? That's all they're doing. Yeah, I don't know what I did to fix it, but I did. But yeah, let's get into that because that was brought up. So there was a bunch of questions. I'm not going to put them on the screen. Everybody and their mother has posted them, but I took screenshots, not of everything, but a lot of the stuff. Hopefully, I didn't delete it. No, okay. So there was a Halloween event survey. It's like, continue to assume that in October there are very few cases of COVID-19 in your community. Assume that there is no vaccine and there is finally a cure and deaths are rare among the uninfected. How likely are you to visit Fright Fest? This is very likely, somewhat, not very, or not at all. With that same thing in mind, I said if you were going to a Halloween experience this fall, any kind of Halloween experience, what are the key characteristics you would be looking for? So it says, has a terrifying walk around of characters, features well-known, scary characters, includes enough activities to fill an evening, friendly and fun, offer great food and dining experiences. Then they were like, if you were going to consider visiting Fright Fest or under these circumstances, which four of the following would you most likely want us to focus on? All the Halloween activities are outdoors. Everyone around you has been temperature tested. Must be able to maintain 6 feet from all strangers. Scare actors are wearing protective masks. Everyone around you was wearing masks. There's a couple things, and I didn't get them all. What do you think? Would you want to attend a COVID-safe Halloween experience that isn't super scary? Was one. Which of the following describes your concerns? And it won't be imaginative. Lines will be long. It won't be COVID. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. So I only took a few screenshots. And hear me out on this. I think, obviously with proper precautions, to get people to want to go. Especially if there's still hot spots. I mean, we won't know until we get closer if there's where the virus is at. It could be running its thing right now and it could burn out. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I pretend to be a fake serial killer doctor, but I don't have a PhD. But people, for me, like, we've booked most of the, the honeymoon stuff. So that's the last weekend in September and that, in the first few days of October. So we're going down to Florida in the hot spot, regardless if it's a hot spot, not a hot spot, everybody's dying, everybody's living, whatever it is. We're going. You can navigate a theme park and not catch the virus. You can. And this all has to where I'm getting to. I know I'm taking too long getting to the point. But you can navigate a theme park or anywhere, even a store in this. If you wear your mask and you personally do what you got to do to get away from people. I know sometimes it's not that easy because there's a bunch of assholes out there that are going, I'm just going to rub up against you anyway because I don't care. Those, that's not cool. You should be, staying, like, why do people want to be up against each other? Like, why? That was one thing about theme parks and haunted houses that I hated. Was bumping into other groups, people up my ass. I don't want to deal with people. No offense. You know what I mean? If I don't know you and I don't know you and you're a stranger and you're up in my business, just back off. I don't want smelly, stinky people all around me. So, but to get to the point of Halloween, because we're going to talk a few Halloween items to get them out of the way. But they're going to be very helpful to everybody. Halloween can be done successfully and carefully. Now, the haunted attractions, if they follow the theme park guidelines, if they stick to that some form of it, I think they can open. I think they can do it safely. You can't do a Congo line. I think Fright Fest can do what they got to do. I know Fright Fest a lot has got to do with makeup and not masks. Most people are in makeup. I think the majority, I would say probably 99% of the actors are in paint and not a mask. So I think if you wore a mask, it would kill the whole thing. I mean, like a face shield or something like that. If you, say you're a clown, okay, you can. I've been thinking about this because I've been trying to help a couple haunted houses. I told Lindsay and John earlier and Charles, and I said, look, I messaged Fairtown and I messaged 13th World. I'm trying to gauge what kind of Halloween that we're going to have this year. So for those in the local area that are watching, 13th World and Fairtown both had touch options. You know, Fairtown has the Extreme Fears, and 13th World has a touch of fear. You put the glow necklace on, and only those people will get touched. I don't think the touching aspect of haunts will be a thing this year. Maybe go back to it next year or the year after, whatever. But I know 13th World sent in their guidance, their COVID-19 guidelines to the governor. Fairtown's working on that, and they're trying to figure out what they can and can't do. You know what I mean? They think they're going to be good for the season. They don't know yet. They're just waiting because they got Governor Baker, and we know how Governor Baker in Massachusetts is. They'll open a casino, but they won't open a theme park, and a theme park is clearly safer than a casino. Just saying, you're outdoors, you're not breathing in the same air over and over. I get that. But with that being said, I think Fright Fest should be what it is. You can work on doing things that would allow you to operate. You could do less actors, more special effects. No, you could work on getting more jump scares and stuff like that. I think you would be okay. And the good thing that you guys should know is if you shouldn't worry about fog, like breathing in fog and worrying about the virus, because the same chemicals that are made to make fog juice are being made. The same chemicals in to make hand sanitizer. And one of the fog companies called Froggy's Fog had added on and took away a little capacity of fog juice to make hand sanitizer that they've been selling. So, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I would probably say that the virus probably isn't going to stick around in the fog. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I don't work for the CDC or the WHO, and I don't know if anybody's been doing tests on this. Hopefully somebody has. I don't know. But we'll find out. So, with that, let me ask you guys this, and I want to see it, run up in the chat here. What do you guys feel? No, there's no SFNE news. So, I think, let me ask you guys, for you guys here, anybody here, I know it's weird across the board. Some people are like, nah, I ain't going to parks. I'm not, if haunted attractions, whether separate or in a theme park, are you guys willing to go to the attractions? That's number one, the key indicator. Are you guys willing to go? Number one. And number two, if you're willing to go, are you okay with wearing the mask and and handling with the guidelines if the actors didn't do it? Because I think it would be a little weird to be having them have some kind of protection on. If they make them wear those face shields there, it's gonna look like everybody's in a pandemic. So you should just rename all your haunted attractions Pandemic, the Haunted House. Yeah, which is weird. Yeah, they're gonna be, and as a matter of fact, you're gonna laugh. There are no guidelines for a haunted attraction. Like, they don't know technically what to do. They have no clue. When I talked to the haunted houses, I said, follow the Disney. That seems to be everybody's copying like what Disney's doing. It's all the, it's all the same, it's all the same. So, what I did was I helped the haunted houses by going, look, I sent them the guidelines to the theme parks, Universal, Disney, Six Flags, Cedar Fair. I said, these are what they're doing. I you know, hey, what's up, Jason in Paradise? I honestly think that they can. So, well, Disney's not doing what do you call it? Mickey's Not So Scary because of what do you call it? Because that event relies on, and no word on Great Escape, Alex. Not yet. I'm waiting to hear back from the park. They have parades, shows, fireworks. They don't want people gathering. Yeah, I know. I'm shocked, but Lerone also has a lot of rides not opening. I saw the list today. I think, like a Fairtown minus the touching stuff, 13th World minus the touching. All you have to do is socially distance the queue lines. Right? You social distance the queue lines. Getting in. That's step one. You have to socially distance the groups. Cool, Sean. Cool. Yep, I saw the construction crews return to Gwazi. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with haunted attractions this year. I know we're getting closer and closer. I mean, Halloween Horror Nights hasn't announced anything yet. SeaWorld must have paid their bills if the workers are on Iron Gwazi. They had to have. Because if not, they wouldn't be there. They're like, we're not coming down there with no money. So the haunted attractions we're gonna have to wait and see today, especially if you plan on going to Halloween Horror Nights. That ticket deal ends today for buy one night, get another night free for $84.99. I already bought mine, so I'm good there. So I'll find out. I'll definitely. Oh, Great Escape Lodge open to Lazy River, so there you go. There's a start. There's something. So I think with the haunted attractions, I think we'll see what happens. And I told both attractions that if they need help setting the stuff up, I say call me. I'll come down there. I won't even ask for money. Yeah, they paid their layaway bill. So we'll keep everybody informed about haunted attractions. I can tell you for certain that Fright Kingdom in New Hampshire, that's near Canopy Lake, is opening. They put a video out last week or the week before with actors and stuff, and they were like, "Yo, we're gonna open, we're gonna kill you, but we're gonna be safe. We're gonna be safe, and we're gonna kill you, that kind of thing." So that's gonna happen. So and that's an indoor haunt. So, but it's New Hampshire. New Hampshire's motto: live free or die. Yeah, I don't understand that, and I'm seeing that Great Adventure has a hard time keeping the guidelines going. I know Lake Compounce is doing a hell of a job, and I know that because my son Jeremy got a little talking to from one of the workers. We were in front of Ghost Hunt because it was a fight had broken out. We missed the fight, but we were talking, and one of the workers came up. Came up to him and was like, "Hey, look," and said, "Can you?" They weren't rude to him. They weren't really. I'll be in New Hampshire on Friday. I'm going dune buggying. We're going up. We're going up near Santa's Village to go drive dune buggies. But yeah. Oh, so my son. They walked up and they're like, "Hey, can you please?" He had it below his nose a little bit, like it was almost on. But he kept doing that. I noticed as I was looking at the video, there was a lot of footage that I couldn't use because he wasn't wearing his mask. And I'm like, look, I can't put that footage in there because I'm the one telling people I'm telling people, wear your mask if you want to go have fun. And then my kids over here almost getting kicked out. I mean, they're going to give you the warning, and then if not, because I talked to Larry during ERT, and so Jeremy got mad about it, and I said, put your mask up or I'm going to smash your Xbox. But they were nice about it. And then when I talked to Larry, so we'll just talk about Lake Compounce right now since I'm talking about it. So he told me that they had the governor and the lieutenant governor in the park last week, and he said that they said if you don't enforce the mask, we're shutting you down. So they're cracking down. They said they've been throwing out like 5 to 6 people a day that don't comply. But everybody in the queue lines I saw all day at Quasi and at Lake Compounce. Everybody was socially distancing. They socially distanced the rides. They were always clean. Well, I didn't really see a lot of, I'll be honest, I didn't see a lot of cleaning going on. Like every ride at Quasi. I watched them clean rides, but I don't know what their procedure is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's so much time. I don't know what this is. Lake Compounce is like every ride cycle. They're going in and cleaning, they're cleaning Boulder Dash, they're cleaning Phobia, you know what I mean? They're cleaning. People were socially distancing, and everybody that wasn't wearing a mask was getting bagged and getting told to put it on. And if not, you were getting tossed. I mean, I physically watched that, plus what Larry had told me that, hey, we got to do this, because if not, they're going to shut us down. So, and then the other importance that I should let you guys know, it's a little bit of bummer news, that there are some rides that are broke. They're working on them, just don't know when they're coming up. The log flume and the rapids have the same problem. There's some part that Larry was saying that ripped apart, and I didn't pay attention to what part, but there's some part, so they're waiting for that. That day around noontime, the Kitty Coaster's motor blew. The pirate ship's starting to make some noise, so they think that might be on its way out. They don't know. Maintenance keeps working on it, trying to keep it going. They're trying to keep it going, and they don't know. What was the other thing that he was saying? Oh, Wildcat may open this week. They had to keep doing these adjustments for the motor and the lift hill for the new motor that they got. So they've been trying to get it. They've gotten a bunch of tests of how they like it. Then they just got to kind of shore it up and get it all tuned. And so it should be open this weekend or this week or sometime. So that's all the news coming out of Lake Compounce. I don't have any for Six Flags New England or Great Escape. Just waiting on the park to say, hey, we're not opening. We're opening when, how, whenever, whatever it is, I don't have, like I said, I'm trying my best to get information for everybody, even for myself, and I can't. And Charles, there's a place called Jericho State Park. It's a little north of Santa's Village. I think it's in Berlin, New Hampshire, I think it is. And I'm renting one. Very expensive. It's $500 and change for 10 hours, but they're I've never driven one, so hopefully I don't fall off a mountain or something like that. So who knows? But I'm gonna try and get. I don't know. I think I'm gonna strap a GoPro to my wrist, so while I'm driving, just move it so people can see it or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna be the one driving, so Jessica's gonna be the passenger. We'll go do that this weekend. Also tomorrow, around I think 1:00. The Lake Compounce video will come out. You will see how much work has been done with Venus Vortex. We all know it's opening up next year, but you can see how far along they are. You can see all the parts in the park. We had train karaoke on the train ride. You can see all the... It was really, really busy that day. We parked all the way in the back. The cars were all socially distanced, and we had some Dole Whip. We rode some rides. We had some fun. It was a good day. We had fun. It was hot, but We managed to get through it. Their water park was at their capacity that they had set forth. So if, if that's, now Canopy did a good job. Now that the race is on to see if they can maintain that. Yep, updates of Fiesta. Yeah. Oh yeah, the pirate dock ride. Yeah, I noticed the dock rides are being, which is weird because Lake Compounce has theirs open. They have an awesome setup. Well, that's good that they were cleaning the rides, workers making sure the people 6 feet. If they could do that and just look, I'm not trying to be Hitler, but for the sake of going to amusement parks, if you're going, just follow the rules. If not, they're gonna toss you out, and then we all lose out because people can't listen. I hate masks. I've been wearing masks for 20 years. 30 to 40, 25 to 45 minute sets on a stage, sweating my ass off, having a hard time breathing. Trust me, I had to make different incarnations of my masks. And it sucked. Trust me, I know. I hate it just like you guys do. And I think the mask whole thing is baloney because I've tested it. It doesn't protect you as much as they say they do just by the tests that I've done. So, I wish I had. Wait, do I have the mask in my pocket? No, I thought I had it in my pocket. I would have showed you the mask. It's a decent mask. It's not an N95, but if it ain't an N95, those masks are bullshit. Because I have one that's like what they call a 2-ply. It's black on one side, white on the inside. It's got more cotton stuff on the inside. For like a double I sneezed so hard in it, I watched the mist shoot about 6 feet. So it's not protecting much. I mean, maybe it got it to 6 feet instead of 12 feet. But I'm not trying to go out there saying, "Oh, don't be." I'm not trying to be the anti-mask guy. I'm just saying, just pay attention. You can navigate anything. You can navigate any park and stay away from people and all that stuff. Trust me on that. Yeah, I saw the Power Splash is being moved to 2021, and let me look up something. Whoa, those are some awesome pictures, Sean. What's that? Oh, is that the bubbler? But they got the white thing over? Yeah, that's... But yeah, so, oh yeah, I want to check something. I want to look to see if any more attractions have moved to the 2021. Oh, Great America is still closed, but Hurricane Harbor is open. Where's the what's new? Things to do. Come on. What are you doing? Oh, so Tsunami Surge is the debut in 2021. At Great America. That's been pushed. I just saw that. That wasn't like that before. It is now. Ooh, this is getting... Now, let's see what else. Who else has a ride coming? Oh, I hate when it does that. Six Flags, Great America, and Hurricane. Oh, I did the same thing again? What am I doing? That's not what I wanted. I wanted Georgia. Alright, what's new at Georgia? Well, Georgia still says new for 2020, the two new villains. I don't know where they are in terms of building anything. I don't know if anybody knows that answer to that question. No, RMC is just working on it, finishing it up to get it running. I think SeaWorld paid the bill. They're probably like, oh, we got to pay this thing. Yeah, I'm hoping for a mega announcement tomorrow or Friday too for Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah, you're not gonna. Oh, the flat's open. I didn't even know. All right, let's look. I mean, realist. I know nobody want. I know, like, speaking of attractions, I'm gonna look here to see if it got moved. But Harley Quinn, the ride itself at America is completed. Not us as access denied. You can't get into what's new. So I don't know if they're gonna open Harley Quinn or not. I mean, there's no like controls done, and there's no what do you call it? There's no landscaping. All right, so I talked about that, so I can get rid of that. I gotta erase things as I go. All right, so I talked about. All right, we talked about Aingwazi. What else do we? Oh yeah, Six Flags America. So I don't know if Harley Quinn's gonna be 2020 or 2021. Six Flags Great Adventure starting tomorrow. Hurricane Harbor opens, but it's only gonna operate from Thursday to Monday. So if you want to go to Hurricane Harbor there, that's where you can go. What else we got? Kings Island and Cedar Point and also Dollywood have removed the need for reservations to their park, so you could just go. I don't know if that's good or bad. That just seems kind of like a bad idea. Daredevil Dive is completed. They are testing a lot. So, yeah, I've been seeing... I know everybody's... I know Marcus, and you might have too. I don't remember. Tagged me into the... You know, to see it testing, and I'm very jealous. I even commented it too. Of the testing that Seabird had put in there. And I was like, oh, I need to get a trip down there. I was like, I hope New England gets one in the future. But we'll see. I honestly don't know, Ryan, when Jersey Devil is going to resume work. Maybe September, maybe whenever they close. I don't know. I mean, I believe all the track is on site. The track's not complete, and I know they're waiting for some stuff. So maybe when the other stuff comes in that they're waiting on, maybe they'll continue. Because maybe they got to get that stuff in. Because then they're like a... They're waiting on what? The station? I don't know what the hell they're waiting on. They're waiting on something. I know Lindsay has told me 5,000 times in this chat what they're waiting for. And I forget every time. It's just kind of... Because I know Jersey Devil's opening next year, I just kind of put it in the back of my brain like, yeah, I'll ride it next year. Because obviously, it's not opening this year. Boy, 2020 really threw a monkey wrench into everything that we've all wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like for the year, it really stuck it to us. It's pretty sad. I don't think it's going to be open. I mean, it could. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I mean, for the majority of rides, we know things are moving to, 2021. Let's go to Six Flags New England and see what they got. Come on.
Six Flags New England introduces DC Supergirl Skyfly.
It still says 2020 for Supergirl. So they haven't given up just yet. I mean, that kind of leads me to believe that there's a tiny chance it's going to open. Not a big chance, but there's a little chance. Little chance. Yeah, I think the majority of the rides are opening for next year, which I'm not surprised at all. I'm really not. And the reason why that I'm not surprised at this, and I know we've talked about this in the past, and I've talked about it in different, posts and stuff on wherever. I think at the end of the day, because of the current situation, you really don't want to open a new ride. You're trying to make the most bang for your buck, and you can't get a lot of people in your park. And a lot of people do not want to travel. Right? A lot of people don't want to travel. Especially of what a pain in the neck they're making it to travel. So, if you want to travel, say from here, like from Rhode Island, Mass, say you're in a state that you're on a decline. And you're not in a hot spot, and you just, you're starting to burn out the virus in this state. It's very low cases. Well, if you go to Florida, you got to quarantine when you come back. I don't know if you got to quarantine when you get there, but you got to quarantine when you come back. Well, actually, you could take a test, or like when you get off the airplane and you go to your baggage, they got the National Guard or whatever they are going, okay, you're here, you got to do this, you got to quarantine, unless you got... I was listening to the governor today, and I'm going to do it later. I can go back and use my computer screen, my TV screen here to, like I always do, film what the governor says to make fun of her. And, what do you call it? I watched a tiny bit today of it, and they said, look, if you want to go to Florida, that's fine. If you can get a test and the results before you come back, you don't have to quarantine. If not, you got to quarantine for 2 weeks, or you got to... or you can take a test on the spot and quarantine till you get your results. So it is what it is, So you just gotta deal with what you got, and so if you're traveling to certain areas with a hot spot, you got to deal with that. Yeah, so it's gonna be weird. Jay, I honestly don't think any park is really going to get a new attraction. I don't think any, like, all the attractions that people are getting, for next year are this year's attractions. Which I'm okay with. The thing that I'm more concerned with is just going and supporting the parks. Going, getting, spending a tiny bit, to get, spend a little tiny bit of money. It's like I went to Lake Compounce. We had the free meal vouchers, so we used those, but I got Dole Whip, and I didn't buy anything else. But when I go there, I'll buy food or, souvenirs or something. Just throw a little bit to help support them. I'm pretty sure that they were making money hand over fist at Lake Compounce Saturday. That you have no idea. For that size park, it's a small park. It's smaller than Six Flags New England. An idea. Oh wait, I know where it is. So where are we? I put in my videos to edit. I'm just trying to find a picture to show you it, like, things were socially distanced. The rides were, people were actually, for the most part, following the rules. It was nice. You could, like, if your travel group could be together. All right, let me make the picture, the view bigger so I can see. I just want to find a couple. I gotta see if I got a picture. Rides were, people were actually, for the most part, following the rules. It was nice. You could, like, if your travel group could be together. All right, let me make the picture, the view bigger so I can see. I just want to find a couple. I gotta see if I got a picture. Yeah, I don't have one. I'm surprised that I didn't take any. Yeah, I can't help you on that one. Thought I did. Well, Chris says, do you think Gwazi will open this year or be pushed back to next? That really depends. They might be pushing to open it. Like, SeaWorld's on a I don't give a you know what right now. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like they're just pay when you want, do what you want. Kind of, that's the kind of feeling I get from it. So, I've been hearing nothing but bad things about SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. I'm not there to physically see it. I've seen pictures of some stuff that's questionable. Like I said, you take it with a grain of salt and you take it how you are. Like I said, you can always navigate the parks. You can. You can navigate a store. Give you a perfect example. A couple weeks ago when I was in New Hampshire. And, I mean, now I can't do that because Walmart is making it mandatory. But I walked into the Walmart and I had the mask. Yeah, I think they're going to try and open it. But you can navigate it regardless. If you want to ride Gwazi, you can go ride Gwazi. But I was in Walmart, no mask. And when I saw people, I ducked down another aisle. I wasn't 20 feet near anybody. And then when I was, in line paying for things, put the mask on. But when I wasn't around anybody and I could put the mask on, I didn't wear the mask. And I'm, knock on wood, but I haven't gotten sick, so I'm okay for now. I mean, if I get sick and die, well, that's on me. So, but no, I think Gwazi, they're going to try to open it, I think. I think if they have the bankruptcy, it's because of the CEO guy there. I think he's trying to beef up the park with rides to make them worth more. So, I think if it is, I think it's just a play to get rid of the company or sell it or whatever, because that guy, based off all the stuff that we've seen about the whole SeaWorld company, that guy's like a douche and nobody wants to work with him because they're trying to do things to fix the park. And he's like, no. They're like, no, I'm not doing that. So, the RMC crew returned to work on Jersey Devil after eyeing Gwazi. Possible. Well, usually they have, depending upon, and this just goes back to when they were building Wicked Cyclone, and I was talking to some of the workers. See, that's another reason why sometimes it pays to smoke cigarettes. When they were building the Wicked Cyclone, I happened to be at the right place at the right time, and one of the RMC workers were in the smoking section where I was, near the ride, and he was telling me about building it and how much the ride cost, and this, that, and the other. They had, and I found out about, that's how I found out about Lightning Rod. I found out before anybody knew a damn thing. That guy spilled the beans to me. He goes, we're almost done. We got another couple of weeks of work, and then we're flying over to Dollywood to go do theirs. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, Dollywood's putting in a coaster. And I'm like, good to know. I remember that was like on a weekend, that week of the Growth Show. I dropped that news, and everybody thought I was stupid or on crack. They're like, Dollywood's not getting a coaster. I'm like, yeah, they are. Yeah, but the whole point of me saying that was RMC has like 2 or 3 crews that go out. They have a bunch of crews, not just 2 or 3. But they got, wherever they're building one, they have their own separate crews. And then when one's done, they spread those out to go help the other ones or start the other ones depending upon the schedule. That was the whole point of my long, drawn-out, blabby thing. Jace Kite says, although I will say this, my friend that I was with had a 2-year-old child, and in order to ride the kiddie ride, she had to wear a mask. If she didn't, they didn't let her ride. I mean, and again, that's part of the whole rule thing. Look, it sucks. The whole mask thing sucks. Like, I hate wearing them in the heat. It really, I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. It's awful. Like, when you gotta deal with that. I'm gonna put that. Oh, there we go. I can. Oh wait, what if I do this? Cause it's hot. Is it? Nope, it's not long enough. I was trying to put the fan over here. But, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate with everything going on, and I hate it, but a place of business, we can't tell them to eat crap and go, I'm not wearing a mask. They have every right to go, well, yeah, you don't want to wear a mask, get out. And I've watched a lot of people get out of the store and go, yep, I ain't, okay. I've watched businesses lose money, like crazy thousands of dollars, because someone that was going to pay them and spend tens of thousands of dollars, and they were like, yeah, no. I mean, I watch people, I hear about it like with the, like for work we do, people like, oh, you can't come in with a mask. Like, all right, see, it ain't getting done. And we're still charging you. People are losing money. People are, it's crazy out there. You either got to suck it up and do what you got to do, or sit home until this is over and ride it out. Again, I feel that this virus is a blessing in disguise. And the reason why I say this is I haven't really been spending any money. So it's nice. I've been spending thousands and thousands throughout the year less. Jay says, the reason I said that was because at Six Flags, the rules are different for... What's the difference between SeaWorld and Six Flags? Like, can she ride without a mask? I don't know what the rules are. And then Jason in Paradise says, when Iron Gwazi opens, it's going to have the same effect on attendance as when Mako opened at SeaWorld Orlando. As time goes on, it will grow popular. Mako was fantastic. And I got a funny feeling on Iron Gwazi is going to be fantastic, but I'll hold my judgment till I ride. I don't want to be that guy. They'd be like, oh, it's awesome, it sucks, it's whatever, and I haven't even ridden it. I don't want to be that guy. Jake Height said, I was even carrying her without a mask through the temperature screening check. Yeah, it's weird, man. It depends where you go and what you do. Not all the rules are even across the board, but it's weird. What I think should have happened is all the theme park companies come together and set guidelines and keep them all the same. And then then we'll see what happens. But obviously that's not it, because I know different strokes for different folks. You don't know what it's like in certain areas versus other areas. Who the hell knows? You think Ryan says, I think the crew might return to work on Jersey Devil next month of September. Yeah, I don't know. Plus I don't live anywhere near there to check out on different, you know what I mean? I always I rely on you guys when you guys send me stuff, which I love, and keep that going. But when you guys actually send me photos or news or videos, I love that. That helps the show with content, ideas, like like when we did the reservation system for like Compounce. That was viewer requested. If there's videos you would like us to see us make, by all means, shout them out. We'll write them down. We'll make a video. If and plus I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do some green screen work in here. I'm gonna try to. And I don't know how good this is gonna work, but we're gonna try. What I'm gonna try to do, I don't even want to tell you the idea, but I'm gonna try to incorporate in the video like me talking blah 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 blah, and have other things in green screen behind, not totally cheesy like I've done before, but it'll still be informative, something different and fun. I'm gonna test it out. And then when I do that, I want you guys to say, you know what, that's cheesy, don't do it, or you like it, or try something different. That's that's going to be up to you guys. So let's see what it says. All right, hang on, let me go back up a little bit. So she can ride without a mask. In fact, she didn't wear a mask on the merry-go-round. And then Chris says, Gwazi looks like it might be able to challenge Steel Vengeance. And then Jay Kite says it's Six Flags to do with didn't wear a mask on the merry-go-round. Chris Cars for the top spot in the coastal list. Jay Kite says, but she couldn't do that at SeaWorld. Lindsay, Yale Entertainment, Gwazi is still a bigger project than Jersey Devil. Jersey Devil will probably be done between Christmas and February. Jay Kite says, just interesting to me. The reason why I compare it to Mako, because when Mako opened, it was during the Blackfish era. The company was on the brink of destruction, I guess. I said distraction. Now Iron Gwazi is open during the COVID-19. Yeah, destruction. Yep. So then Lindsay says, so Iron Gwazi will either save the company or put the nail in the coffin. And then Jay Kite says, so speaking of Six Flags, the week before this, I actually had a flash pass on my app. The skip button on my app working, but then they took it off. That's crazy. I think you're going to have Iron Gwazi probably open in a month or two, probably. Then I think you're going to see more and more people will start going, but people are very leery about traveling to Florida. There's a lot of people I know that are like, I'm not going anywhere near Florida until this thing is over. There's a lot of people. Oh, somebody messaged me. Did I miss the stream? Alright, I'm just seeing what people is putting there. Alright, hang on. Let me do this. What was I looking? I don't know. What were we looking at? I don't remember. Oh, what's this? What do we got? Who the hell's messaging me? Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Who the hell just did that? What? Oh, okay. That's what that is. I got messages and things flying all... Oh, there you go, Mr. Billion. I'll go to Florida. Well, Chris, you can go to Florida right now. You live in it. But, every content creator was in LA in January, so it's fine to be distant from it now. Yeah, I mean, hell. I was even in LA in January. But, And I know that I said during this pandemic that I said, oh, as soon as Florida opens, I'm going. But with everything going on, I just can't get away, which is weird. You know, with all the construction, the swimming pool being built, and all that stuff. Wedding coming up. Yeah, Charles, that is something. It's awesome though. Wonder how it will work for the lines. You can't have phones in. What they need to do is just. I mean, I understand why they take the phones out. You know, they don't want you because people can get, you know, a phone in the face. You know, or whatever. People lose them, break them, whatever. Like I understand that much, you know. But again, with the phones, they're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to allow you to do it, or put pouches on the rides, or whatever. You know, they can't. This what they're gonna do? Say, okay, you're good now. Go over there and put your phone and your stuff in the locker. You know, it's just crazy. All right, so what else do I got? I know I got some other news on the list. Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point has been added to their time Fast Pass, whatever the hell they call it. So you got that. You got Steel Vengeance. You got Maverick. You got Millennium Force. I don't know if there's any other ones. We cut it right now to 75, and I'm sure probably 20 people on that list aren't gonna come down. Aren't gonna come probably. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be at my house now because Venus de Milo doesn't know when they could do the wedding stuff. When we called them few weeks ago in June, barely like a month ago, we decided what was going on. Yeah, Nitro's got that policy again. Not again. They added Nitro to that. You can't have anything in the line. When your pocket's in the line. So, who the hell? Yeah, there's so much going on. It's crazy. It is pretty crazy, but yeah, we've cut it down. I don't know what the final number is gonna be. What it is. We're gonna send the invitations out next month or something like that. We'll keep going, chop, 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 chop. And we'll see who's gonna come, who's not gonna come. I don't know who's. What we might do is send out the invitations, and then have a backup. I know this sounds stupid. If we don't invite somebody, I don't want people to think like we dogged them out. And we're like, yeah, nah, we just said F you. So what we're doing is sending out X amount of invitations, and then when people send back saying yes, no, whatever, and then we can have a backup. I know it's not, I hate saying people will put on a backup list because I don't want to be that kind of guy. I know. I think Nitro went back up, Sean. I think it is. So if anybody that I said that was going to come initially when everything was good, and if you don't get an invitation right away, please don't take offense. We were just cutting the list. Please, nobody take any offense. Please. It's not a diss. Just we know that more than likely it's going to be like 50 people instead of 150 people. So, but what we are going to do is for those that give a crap and actually want to watch it, we're gonna live stream it on YouTube and Facebook, and we'll put the links up on my site. You know, I think you might like the picture I sent you. What did you send me? Oh, that's cool. Where'd you get that? That's cool. I mean, you can message me in the chat if you don't want to say it out loud, but that's cool. So yeah, but we are going to live stream the wedding. So for those that, you know, like I said, I don't want people to be like, you're a jerk and you didn't, you know, because the only elderly people that we've put on the list was my parents, because they were old. You know, they're in their 70s and 60s. And my aunt and uncle, which are in their 70s. So that's it. That's the only old people we're inviting. And we're not, what we're doing about, you know, especially because I'm pretty sure that the pandemic is still going to be going on at the end of September. It's not a mandatory mask, because I know there are people like, I'm not wearing it and I don't care. But there are people who want to wear them. And, you know, so we're doing I think what I might do is insert with the thing, like, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, you don't have to. Just don't get in people's faces. You know, I guess, so to speak, socially distance, I guess. I'm not enforcing, but, you know, because there's people that are going to want to go, but they want to wear a mask. Some people might just come to the ceremony, bail out, and not even eat. But we are having a pig roast. But I'm also live streaming it because I know there are some that already said they're not coming because of the virus. They have underlying conditions. So we are going to live stream it. So anybody that doesn't want to go or can't go because I didn't invite you because we didn't have a lot of people, you'll be able to watch it. And then if you guys just want to laugh at me getting married and all that, you can do that too. I'll post the links the day, you know, right before. I'll have it live for like 5 minutes or so beforehand, I guess. And, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, it's going to be recorded in case, like, the stream gets taken down because of copyrighted music. You know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Go where? What are you talking about, Mr. Billion? Well, Ryan, I can tell you this. If Ryan Hackman says, Jersey Devil will start testing after track work is done. Depends when they finish. If they finish it like February and the snow on the ground and it's cold, they'll probably wait till it warms up March, April, you know. If they do it December, November, probably not. They'll probably come back, because if not, they're gonna valley, and nobody's gonna want to go out there when it's cold and winch it back or whatever they're gonna do to get it back into the station. They're gonna want it to be a little warm. That I know. I mean, if you're watching the live stream, John, and you object, ain't nobody gonna see it until after. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna see that till after. So you can object all you want, but ain't nobody gonna see it. Like donkey. Oh, my wedding at the end of September. Getting married. I mean, the wedding's gonna have a tent. Yeah, you know why? The reason, Jay, the reason why you're getting, you know, copyright claims all the time when you record the fireworks shows, they use the copyrighted music. They pay a fee to be able to use that music in the park. Then when you go and record it and play it, they all want their cut. So the YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all that, they're cracking down on copyrighted music. So, like I said, everything's crazy with the way the copyright strikes are and all that. But yeah, the live stream is going to be my wedding. It's going to be in my backyard with a tent. We're going to have a heated swimming pool, hot tub, pig roast. I mean, the only thing that I'm going to live stream is the ceremony. Everything else after that's going to be recorded, so. Just put things on tripods, figure it all out. You know, I will get it recorded, and I will have fun with it. And then when I come back from the honeymoon, I'll upload a video of some type. You know, so like, you know, it's like I had all these like hopes and dreams of inviting everybody and their mother to this wedding, and you know, I don't. You know, I just feel bad that I have to cut out some people. Oh, realistically, we're cutting out like 100 people. I feel bad. You know, but it is what it is, and those that can't go, that's why we're putting it up there. Because there's a lot of people that just, you know, want to support us, want to see it, want to be there, and we basically had to say, yeah, we can't have you because of the pandemic. But when I was speaking of that, having a wedding during a pandemic, I was talking to the owner of Fairtown, and he's like, "Oh, is your wedding still on?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I said, "You know what?" I said, "I'm not gonna let the pandemic destroy the wedding. The wedding is having a wedding during the pandemic is really like the most Halloween thing you could do, I think." Jay, I mean, your situation's a little tough. You got to do what you got to do, and sometimes we got. I mean, look, I had so many parks lined up this year to go to. That would be funny. I don't know how to do Thriller, and I'm not really much of a dancer. I'm not, so. I did tell Jessica, I said, once my husbandly duties are over, I'm jumping in the pool. So. I just gotta, you know, I gotta get, you know, I gotta do my husbandly duties, and then I can, you know, I can go have fun. So I gotta get married. I gotta do the first dance, cut the cake, eat some food. Then I think I'm good. Right? I think that's what we do, right? We're not doing like the Gotta thing, nothing like that. I'm not a dancer, so I'm not like dancing all night. So I'm gonna get away with this pretty scot clean, I think. Oh yeah, I wanted. Oh wait, what was I looking at? Oh, I picked the wrong thing. That's why I can't find what I'm looking for. All right. So Carnival Cruise Line, they put out a picture, and I'm gonna put it up. I don't know how many of you have been following this, and I've been babbling on about stupid stuff and nonsense, but that's okay. The only reason why I'm bringing up Carnival Cruise Line, unless you're living under a rock, they're putting a roller coaster on the cruise ship. So what they've done is they put a picture out of it up. It's on. It's ready. It's ready to rock. What about a polar bear dance? Hey, we could. I plan on getting some cake in her face. She probably realized that's happening. So here you go. Here's the track of the roller coaster on that you can see here. It goes around the back of the ship. What about the ring part? Well, that's part of getting married. And the funny thing is, I've had the wedding rings in my house since last year, like early last year. I proposed New Year's Eve, and probably by March or April we already had the rings. Yeah, so this is the bolt. Yeah, if you paid any attention to anything for my app, you would have seen the cars already. But this is the track. It's on the back side of the boat. So you can check that out. I want to remove that image. I'm going to try to find something, the cars. Oh, I watched Chuck and Larry the other day, dude. Like a week or two or something like that. It's a so-called trust. That movie is awesome. Let me see. Oh, wait, am I? Oh, yeah. Let me see if... Okay, I have a week. I think I have it. Hang on, hang on. Where are you? I know you're here. Okay, it must have been day 2, maybe. No. No. I know I had a... Maybe I missed it. Where are you? I know I took pictures of it. This is bothering me that I can't find... I mean, it could be that I'm scrolling too fast. I know I got it. There's the haunted house stuff, Garfield, little roller coasters, wood coaster train. I can't believe I don't have... I know I got it somewhere, I just don't know where. Yeah, Shaq assisted, and he was all bouncing around, and he was all happy about it. It was crazy. So, you, Theme Park New England, you do not want to see my dance moves. Trust me. I'm not. Look, I got. It's the Caucasian, the white guy in me. I don't have any rhythm, man. I just don't. I got the 2-step. You know what I mean? I got the 2-step. That's all I got in me. Trust me, I've tried doing dances. I can't. I'll fall down, break an ankle or a hip or something. Well, so far, IAPA is happening. Right now, it is. We don't know. But right now, IAPA in Florida is a go. I've gotten emails saying, hey, I've gotten the, hey, sign up. You can sign, if you're media, you can register and buy tickets. And they put out surveys about COVID-19 safety guidelines, like handshakes, no handshakes, masks, hand sanitizer, constant cleaning. How can they do it? So I filled out the survey, sent it in. That was like 2 weeks ago, I want to say, that went out. I know they're doing a virtual one right now, I think. For Asia or somebody, they're doing a virtual one. I mean, if they have it, I don't know how it's going to work. I really don't know. You'll probably see a lot of COVID-19 products showing up on the floor to sell to parks. You're probably going to see some... Hello, Lauren Mary. How are you this evening? So, I don't know. I'm going to sign up as media and see if I get in. And if I get in and it's good, I'm going to go. I'll get plane tickets when it gets closer. Or maybe earlier, because I'd like to get the cheap price now versus later on, because they might start. I don't think they will, but they might. I don't know. But I'm going to go. And I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to do whatever it is I need to personally do. Yeah. I mean, and if what do you call it? if they do still do IAPA, and I don't know, I'm kind of like on the 50-50, like it's still going to happen and still could not happen. I mean, that's so far out that we don't know, right? We're talking Thanksgiving, the week before Thanksgiving. So you got all these months. Could you have another wave? Realistically, we never even had it. There is no second wave because we're still in the first. Like, we went up. Well, maybe you could say a second wave because we went up. And then some places went down and other places stayed the same. You know, you keep looking at how things were going and they kind of going back up. I'll be truthfully honest. I don't really pay attention to COVID-19 stuff anymore unless it comes slapping across my face. Me personally, I'm over it. I don't care anymore. I just know what I have to do. Let me know when I don't have to wear a mask anymore. You know what I mean? You let me know. Do you think Six Flags Park? No, there's not going to be any announcements. I don't think Six Flags will be doing any announcement whatsoever. And Jason saying that's what I'm interested in, seeing what IAPA is going to bring to the table when it comes to the COVID-19 and safety and sanitizing in the parks. What new products are they going to introduce? That's going to be a big key thing. I mean, no matter what, all these companies are going to send stuff out regardless to all the parks. Hey, look at this. Look at me. We didn't do IAPA, but look at me. Look at me. I got this product. I can help you out. And I know a lot of, you're going to see a lot of crazy innovation. And that'll be cool because I would like to, I think it's key. It's, unfortunately, Jay, with all this stuff, with the COVID stuff, it's all around us, and we have to deal with what I call the shit sandwich. I mean, and I understand it depresses everybody. You know what I mean? I get it. Everybody's trying to move on, like follow the guidelines, live your life, try to live with the virus to go do what you got to do. We all get that. I hate talking about it. Everybody hates talking about it, but it's kind of like, and I'm not going to get too into it, but it's kind of like when we had that conversation with the Black Lives Matter and and all that stuff, where the conversation was uncomfortable, right? That was on purpose. So if you got mad at me, I'm sorry, but I did it on purpose. But this is the same thing. COVID is, they're two different things, but the same reaction is, it makes people uncomfortable. People are sick of talking about it. Same difference. Neither is right or wrong, but it is. Yeah, we all love Jim Reed Anderson's video stuff, but yeah, like Mr. Billion said, we all know that. Jim Reed was replaced, and I agree, Lindsay. Next year would be 2022, and you think Spanos will go a different way at that point. That is a good point to bring up. Yeah, Zamparella is introducing the shield divider on the seats of the coaster train. Yeah, we need innovation like that just to keep things going. But that's a good point, Lindsay. And what I mean by that is, we all were under the assumption, we were all trying to make predictions when Jim Reed Anderson was leaving, like, okay, new guy's coming in. What kind of direction is he going to go in? And what we found was, we thought that he was going to go and do the same thing that Jim Reed Anderson's doing. This, as I keep saying this, and you probably guys think I'm on crack or something, the virus is a blessing in disguise. Spanos is going to have to really take a deep dive into all their parks, look at all the maintenance nightmares, and get rid of them as fast as possibly can. If you got any ride, whether it's a flat or a coaster that's costed ridiculous money when it'd be cheaper just to rip it out and put a new one in, they're gonna. So he's gonna have to start thinking like that, because we all, like, remember what I said before about Goliath at Six Flags New England, right? Maintenance wants to get rid of it. It's a maintenance nightmare. It's costing a lot of money, but they don't want to do it. Corporate, not maintenance. Corporate doesn't want to get rid of it. They want that thing to be just about before the virus, just about dead before they would rip it out. But they're gonna have to go a different direction and start ripping out the crap. They're gonna even after they get out of it, even after what do you call it? They're gonna have to, like with the virus, and after everybody has done some recovery. Recovery is probably gonna take 3 or 4 years to get back to somewhat pre-corona. I think like 23, 24, 25, somewhere between 23 and 2025, I think it's when, because this really impacted a lot of stuff across the board. So Spanos, I think, you're gonna see rides. I'll use Six Flags in New England. We could go park by park. I could stay here all night and talk about it. But for right now, I'll use Six Flags New England as an example. The next rides that I see being ripped out more sooner than later: Goliath, Flashback, Gotham City Gauntlet. Those 3 rides alone are crazy maintenance nightmares. You know what I'm saying? Like, those 3 rides right there alone should be ripped out. Other rides have other problems. Here and there, rides break down all the time. Crime Wave is another one, too. What they should do is rip out the current Crime Wave, because that's an original Riverside ride before Six Flags bought it. So that ride's been there for a long time, but they've upgraded it, redecorated it to fit into the DC theme. I think it's time, because like I said before, it keeps going down for like major rehabs like twice a year. You should not have a ride that needs a major rehab 2 times a year. In the beginning, and then in the middle, one year there was 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it should just be like that ride. Like, I love Crime Wave. I always ride it. It's the smaller of the swing rides, but come on. Like, it's still a good ride. I still ride the giant 400-foot swing. You know what I think is going to get ripped out? And don't crucify me, please. I think the bobsled's going to be gone. I think Steam and Demon's going to be gone. I wouldn't be too surprised if they get rid of the Skyway ride there. I wouldn't be surprised if that goes. I don't go there a lot, so I don't know what the major maintenance rides are. Like, like the headache rides. They're not going to get rid of Comet. They're going to keep doing that. It seems like their Flashback is decent. Better than New England's. They do need a new coaster or 2. They'll probably keep the Mine Train. The Canyon Blast. Excuse me. They'll probably keep that for a little while. Those seems like they keep doing those. Ryan, I honestly don't know what they're going to get for 2022. But I think Great Adventure will get the kids area. I think they're going to go cheap, especially after getting Jersey Devil for now. It was supposed to be this year, but they're going to get it next year. I think the year after, they're going to go kid and family. You know what? Let me pull up Fiesta. But Jay Kite, as I go over this, right, you need to let me know what is a maintenance nightmare. I'm going to guess, and then you tell me if it's a maintenance nightmare or not. I think that's a fair assessment. So let me pull up the rides. I want to pull up all the rides. I've never been, so I don't know. Obviously not Batman the Ride. I heard your Boomerang is popular, but I think that's going to go. Let's see. I don't think Goliath's going to go anywhere. I think your Pandemonium's going to go. I heard that's like a shit show. Poltergeist, that could be iffy. Let's see. I'm trying to look, and I don't see too many rides that they could possibly want to rip out. Now, those are the only ones that I could see just by looking. Yeah, no, if you really want to get me going, talk about the future at Six Flags. Well, you know what it is? Because I always go to Six Flags, you know, normal times. The closest Cedar Fair park to me is Dorney. And I don't always, you know what I mean? I know this sounds stupid. It's not an entitlement. I could find 30 other parks I would rather go to than go to Dorney. And I don't really want to travel out to Cedar Point all the time. And King's Dominion's far away. King's Island's far away. I don't have any good Cedar Fair parks near me. Well, Batman, I don't see Batman going anywhere anytime soon, but Boomerang, Pandemonium, Poltergeist, just, I don't know anything about the park, never been. That's just a guess. But, watch, I'll throw out another park. Throw out another Six Flags park. Throw out another one, and I'll just take a peek. I'll give you like 30 seconds or so. They might be trying to save it. It depends. I mean, those rides are good because that's just like the one in Kings Island and Kings Dominion, like Flight of Fear. I like Joker's Jinx. I like Joker's Jinx. You know what? Speaking of which, let me do Six Flags America. That's an easy park. I could tell. I would rip out a shit ton. I would totally take out a bunch of rides. You guys might not like it. I want to go ride by ride. You know, Batwing, get rid of it. That ride's a piece of crap. I say get rid of Bourbon Street Fireball. That thing's a piece of crap. Carousel could stay. Bumper cars probably suck. I've never ridden them, but get some new ones. Oh, those ones look like they might be alright. Firebird, get rid of it. Let's see. Raging Cajun's okay. Raw, I say RMC it. Shipwreck Falls, you could probably toss that thing out. Mind Eraser, get rid of it. The Penguins Blizzard River, which used to be like what's with where the Joker is now. What was that? Splash Water Falls or whatever. That can go. Wild One's awesome. I like it. What else they got? I'm just going through, checking to see. Yeah, I mean, those are the rides at America I would toss out. All right, well, let's see. Over Texas, and then I'll do Discovery Kingdom. Ready? Let's see what I would rip out, or what would I do with it? You know, like Raw RMC it. Like Raw would do, at America would do really good as an RMC. They could do some cool things with it. I think that's right for one. I don't know if they're ever going to do it. Let's face it, Six Flags does not know how to take care of their wood coasters. How many people agree with me on that? I think a lot of you probably would. Six Flags sucks. When it comes to, I don't know why. Cedar Fair does too. It's like they retrack it, right? And they're like, oh, we got 20 years before we got to retrack it again. I don't know why they do that. Like, you need to do constant maintenance. Not just like every 10 years or 20 years or whatever it is you're doing. You need to do work like, what do you call it? Lake Compounce does work on Boulder Dash every single year. Little sections. They need to fix that damn pothole. All right, so we're looking at Overtech. Batman, keep it. What do we got? I'm looking. Bear with me. I see Conquistador there, the upsea downy pirate ship. I see that going at some point. That's They should get rid of El Diablo. I'm not a Fireball fan. Let's see. Judge Roy's Scream could use some love. The La Vibrator ride there. La Vibrator, whatever it is. Their bobsled, I see that going. I see Freeze staying. Texas Giant staying. I can maybe see their Pandemonium going. I don't know. I don't know how popular it is there. I know in New England, things always got like an hour line all the time. I've ridden the Roaring Rapids. Runaway Mountain. That should stay. What else should go? Get rid of the go-karts. That's a waste. Titan. I love Titan. Alright, so let's go to Discovery Kingdom. Let's see what would get ripped out at, or what they could do. Let's see what they could do. All rides. Come on, all rides. Alright, let's see. They got Batman to ride. Not open yet. Was that supposed to be a new coaster or something? Or they get to, I don't know. But that's not going anywhere. Bumper cars, depending upon which ones. Those look like shitty ones, so those will probably go. Boomerang, see you later. What's Cobra? That looks very similar to, what is it, Knott's Berry Farm? Jaguar or whatever it is. Just a snake instead of a jaguar. Daredevil Chaos Coaster. Get rid of that crap. Get rid of Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster. What the hell is Hammerhead Shark? What is that? I'm looking at, hang on. Oh, okay, I know what that is. Alright, it's a flat ride. Kong, just by looking at it, get rid of it. Let's see. Superman, keep it. What's that? Oh, the Flash, vertical velocity. I say get rid of that. That thing's stupid. I say get rid of that. Get something new. Keep the Joker. I mean, there's a lot of they seem like they got some pretty good rides there. That's what those are the rides I would get rid of there. Well, that's cool with the Ryan, I just saw your thing. Is Great Adventure still doing Fright Fest and Holiday in the Park? I don't know if you got the survey. They're trying to. I don't know what it's going to look like for Fright Fest, but they're trying. Jay Kite says, so I'm really hoping that Fiesta Texas is the experimental park and we get like a new coaster or something. I think that you guys are going to get that S&S Axis coaster at some point. What's popular? Oh, okay. I mean, maybe, yeah, see, my whole thing is the Fireball, Looping Coat, whatever you want to call them. Those rides don't belong really there. They belong in like little parks, like little mom and pop parks, and they belong in carnivals, not at a theme park chain. I mean, I understand why they put them in. It was cheap. You know, it's like going to Costco or BJ's or Sam's Club. You go and you get, you know, you buy in bulk and you get a good price. I personally would not buy any of that in bulk, and I wouldn't give a rat's ass. That's just me. All right, so I talked about the Mardi Gras cruise ship. I still got the little... Now you can see my face big, not that you want to see my big face. All right, so Intamin, I know we still got news and I haven't finished anything. Intamin, this is a bit interesting. They've been promoting ABC's Tourbillon ride. That's a similar thing like Cyborg or Great Adventure. So we don't know. I talked to somebody and they said that Intamin bought ABC. So what I want to do is I want to go to ABC Rides and see if they still exist. Track ride. Oh yeah, so they don't have it on their website anymore. Oh, I got something stuck in my tooth. I don't know what that is. I have to get a toothpick after. Oh. There's something stuck on my tooth. I mean, I rode them, and then I got rid of, I don't ride them anymore. And I think, and not that you guys want to watch me doing that, I think majority of people don't ride them anymore either. Oh, there we go. How's that? That's one of them popcorn kernel things. Well, I mean, the SLCs could maybe do that. I mean, look, we all know. I mean, for the most part, the SLCs are pretty durable, reliable. I'm not saying that, like the old school ones, they hurt when you get your head bashed. But if you could get the new trains like New England got, you might be in for a better ride. But I don't know, because when you look at like Mind Eraser at America, the ride hurts. I don't ride it. Like that's a skip. Like Raw hurts a little bit, but I still ride it. Fun coaster. But I look at it. If I see it's got the old restraints, I skip it. I'm like, I'm not going for a headache. I'm just not gonna do the headache thing. So who the hell knows? It's crazy amount. So anyway, so we're trying to figure out if Intamin bought the ride, if they're helping them out with the ride. Hopefully, if Intamin's in charge of this thing, that they fix the problem that they got with those rides. SeaWorld announced that they're going to have Electric Ocean starting now, and it goes all the way to September 6th. So if you want to go, you got to make reservations, But it's their fireworks spectacular kind of show going on inside SeaWorld, so that's good. Sesame Place on July 24th, which is Friday. The park will reopen with COVID-19 guidelines, so that's good. All right, so the rest of the news is Disney related, then the theme park 2019 attendance. So let's break down all the Disney stuff. There is a conspiracy theory going on that we don't know about, but kind of crazy. But we'll get into that. So, Walt Disney World, new face covering rules that you can no longer wear neck gaiters, or you cannot walk and eat while your mask is off. You have to be in your area where you're eating, drinking, and you cannot walk while you do that. Epcot looks like Mary Poppins attractions, but put on an indefinite hold, so who knows if that's ever going to come back. Same thing as the Spaceship Earth rehab. Obviously, this has got to do with the COVID. Some stuff had to hit the chopping block that wasn't paid for or whatever. So that's done. Animal Kingdom, Primeval World, and River of Lights will no longer be open at the park. Primeval World, and Jason in Paradise sent me a picture that they've already got the trains off the track, and the two Primeval World coasters there are going to get dismantled, removed. And I saw your post on Twitter, Jason in Paradise, about Indiana Jones and getting rid of all that dinosaur theme. I've been hearing, and I know we talked about this on the show actually, especially after I got to ride Indiana Jones at Disneyland. I was like, wow. Like, I love dinosaurs. I love riding dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs. and I also like Indiana Jones. But I will say the Indiana Jones ride is far superior to Dinosaur. I will give it. It's the same ride system, same cars, just a different theme. Yeah, it looks like Orlando's doing the fireworks show. And you know, SeaWorld won't do that. I think Tampa Busch Gardens just announced something similar. I forgot what they call it, but I think Florida's doing the firework. Well, I know Disney won't, and I don't think Universal is with fireworks. I think they know, no parades, no fireworks. Because you can't, people just won't sit there. They all gotta, like away from each other. Everybody's gonna fight over the good spot or whatever. Also, Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom Stitch's Great Escape is closed forever. That has also fallen victim to COVID, and it's just been closed on and off since then. Only open for high capacity times. All right, here comes the conspiracy theory. I don't know how true this is going to be. It's a little tiny bit political, but we're not going to get political. So don't start trying to stab me or yell at me because of what I'm going to say. This is just an implication of something that Trump did. So there's rumors swirling around that Disney may have to sell off Shanghai and Hong Kong and just do a licensing deal. It has to do with an executive order that Trump did against China. Basically, I didn't read the whole executive order. But basically, the short story of it is the United States can take away property of any business person that's associated and has ties to the Chinese Communist Party. So Disney may sell them instead of getting them taken away. I know that's crazy, but that's the rumor going around the campfire right now, and I know it's crazy, but that's all Facebook, everybody that has dealings with China are all freaking out right now because the executive order is so vague. So the conspiracy rumor going around is Disney may have to sell off the 2 Chinese parks. So that's the weird news of the day. All right, so let me go do this real quick. It's funny. I printed out all the theme park attendance things, and I left them at work like an ass. Where are you? Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Where are you? Where the hell is it? I know it's here. Trying to find where the hell is what I'm looking for. What am I missing? I was just looking at this. Did they take it down? What the hell? Well, I'll just type it in here. Theme Park 2019 attendance. I will find it. Oh, is this it? No. What is this? There we go. Oh, here it is. It's got to be this. Where is... Oh. I think this is it. All right, I found it. Yay. All right, so let's see. Where are we? All right, so these are the top 10 theme park groups worldwide. Crazy. Walt Disney Attractions was number one. They had attendance in 2019 was 155,991,000, but it was down 0.8% because the year before it was 157,311,000. Next is Merlin Entertainment. They had 67 million. They were 0.9% up. So Disney was the only one that had a change of negative. Number 3, Oct Parks China. They had 53,970,000. Number 4 is Universal Parks and Resorts. They were up 2.3% at 51,243,000. Number 5, Fana Wild Group. I have no idea who the hell they are. They were up 19.8% to 50,393,000. Chime Long Group is number 6 at 37,018,000. Then Six Flags is number 7 with 32,811,000. They were up 2.5%. Number 8, Seafood. Cedar Fair Entertainment Company. They were up 7.8%, 27,938,000. Number 9, SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment. They were up 0.2%, 22,624,000. And then number 10 is Parques Reunidos, whatever you call them. They were up 6.2%, 22,195,000. It said top 10 attendance growth is up 4% to 521,183,000 guests. So that's the groups. Those are the people that own all that. Well, here's the thing about that. I don't think any of the China parks are going on at Six Flags. Don't know about SeaWorld. But, yeah, I don't know how it works. They might... Put it this way. The executive order is so vague. What they can do is they can find out who's got, shares, and they can remove those shares from the China people. Like, you can take their property... Anything. They just told China to get out of the consulate in Houston. Said, you're out. Peace out. So it's tricky. It's not like, cut and dry. You're not going to just go, oh, okay. They left it vague for a reason, I think. So they could just attack whatever they want and take it. All right, so top 25 amusement theme parks worldwide. Number 1 is Magic Kingdom with 20,960,000 people. It was up 0.5%. Disneyland Park was number 2 in Anaheim, California. They were flat, exactly the same attendance as 2018, with 18,666,000. Number 3, Tokyo Disney, 17,910,000. Tokyo Disney Sea is 14,650,000. Universal Studios Japan is number 5 with 1.4% increase. Disneyland, Tokyo Disney, and Tokyo Disney Sea were flat. They didn't gain or lose. So Universal Studios Japan at 14,500,000. Animal Kingdom was number 6. They had a 1% increase with 13,888,000. Epcot was number 7. They were flat, but they were 12,444,000. Number 8 is Chimelong Ocean Kingdom in China, 8.4% increase, 11,736,000. Number 9 was Disney's Hollywood Studio. They were up 2%, 11,483,000. Shanghai Disneyland was minus 5% at 11,210,000. Universal Studios Florida was up 2%, 10,922,000 guests. Universal Island Adventure saw a 6% increase at 10,375,000. Disney's California Adventure in Anaheim, Cali was flat at 9,861,000. So they didn't. That's your top 20. Oh no, that's the top 13. Number 14, Disneyland Park and Disneyland Paris. minus 1%, 9,745,000. Universal Studios Hollywood was flat at 9,147,000. 16 is Everland in South Korea. They were up 12.9% to 6.6 million. 17 is Lot World in South Korea, minus 0.1%, 5.9 million. Nagashima Spa Land, number 18, 5.9 million. Number 19, Europa Park in Rust, Germany, 5.7 million. Number 20, Ocean Park, Hong Kong, 5.7 million. Hong Kong Disneyland was down 15% at 5.6 million. Number 22, DF Linking, whatever, in Netherlands, 5.26 million. Number 23, Walt Disney Studio Park at Disneyland Paris, minus 1%, 5.245 million. Oct Happy Valley in China, 29.6% increase to 5.160 million guests. And finally, 25, Chemlong Paradise in China had 4.9 million guests. Combined attendance for those parks, 253,724,000 growth thing. Guests. Alright, so what's next? Wait, was that United? What was that? Oh, worldwide. Top 20 worldwide water parks. Number 1, Chamlong Water Park. It was up 10% to 3 million guests. Number 2, Typhoon Lagoon, down 1% for 2.2 million. Number 3, Blizzard Beach, 1.9 million. Number 4, Therm Erding in Germany, 1.8 million. Number 5, Thermas dos Laren something in Brazil is 1.8 million. Bahamas Aquaventure Water Park, Paradise Island, 1.8 million guests. Number 7, Volcano Bay, 1.811 million guests. Number 8, Aquatica in Orlando, Florida, 1.5 million. Number 9, Hot Park Rio Quente in Brazil, 1.469 million guests. Number 10, Wuhu Fanta Wild Water Park in Wuhu, China, 1.3 million guests. Number 11, Caribbean Bay in South Korea, 1.3 million guests. Aquaventure Water Park in Dubai, 1.3 million. Aqua Palace in the Czech Republic, 1.3 million. Tropical Island in Germany, 1.2 million. Playa Maya Water Park in China, in Wuhan, where you can get the virus, up 12%, 1.2 million guests. At Aquaventure Atlantis in China, up 100%, 1.2 million. Also, Tide for 1.2 million is also Sunway Lagoon in Malaysia, and Siam Park in Santa Cruz did something, Spain. Wet and Wild Go Coast in Australia, 1.1 million. Ocean World South Korea, 1.071 million. Wow, that's a lot to say. But those are your top worldwide. I don't think anybody cares about museums, because I don't. Alright, I know there's a list. Where are you? Where are you? Alright, this is the end of it. We're just going to do top, top 20 American parks and then the water parks. I think they do a water park one, right? Yeah, they do a top 20 water, and then we'll be done with that. So let's hit the top 20 theme parks in North America. So number 1, Magic Kingdom. Number 2, Disneyland. Number 3, Animal Kingdom. Number 4, Epcot. Number 5, Hollywood Studios. Number 6, Universal Studios Florida. Number 7, Islands of Adventure. Number 8, Disney's California Adventure. Number 9, Universal Studios Hollywood. Number 10, SeaWorld Orlando. Number 11, Knott's Berry Farm. Number 12, Busch Gardens Tampa. Number 13, Canada's Wonderland. 14, Cedar Point. 15, Six Flags Magic Mountain. 16, Kings Island. 17, SeaWorld San Diego. 18, Six Flags Great Adventure. 19, Hershey Park. And number 20 is Six Flags Great America. That's the top 20. And no, I didn't read the amounts. All right, top 20 water parks. Typhoon Lagoon. Number 2, Blizzard Beach. 3, Volcano Bay. 4, Aquatica in Orlando. 5, Schlitterbahn in New Brunswick. Number 6, Water Country USA, Williamsburg, Virginia. 7, Adventure Island in Tampa. Aquatica San Antonio is number 8. Schlitterbahn in Galveston is number 9. Number 10 is Splish Splash in New York. Six Flags Hurricane Harbor in Arlington, Texas, number 11. Number 12, Six Flags Whitewater, Atlanta. 13 is Six Flags Hurricane Harbor, Jackson, New Jersey. Great Adventure. They only get 482,000 for their attendance. Typhoon, Texas is number 14. Hurricane Harbor, Splashtown in Texas. Number 15 in Spring, Texas. Number 16, Zoombezi Bay in Ohio. Number 17, Six Flags Hurricane Harbor in Phoenix. 18, Camel Beach in PA. 19, Dollywood Splash Country. And 20, Cedar Point Shores at Cedar Point. They got 424,000 guests in their water park. All right, so what is everybody? I felt like I missed a bunch. Hey, what's up, Max? SeaWorld's being built in Abu Dhabi. Charles, like the vest restraints. It's an indoor park. Nice indoor parks are great to have. Wow, no Six Flags SeaWorld parks. I want to know how the Great Adventure did with attendance. I can tell you what their attendance was. Great Adventure attendance was 3.4 million guests. Magic Mountain was 3.6. Kings Island was 3.5. Cedar Point was 3.7. Knott's Berry Farm was 4.2. SeaWorld Orlando was 4.6. Universal Studios Florida was 10.9. We said that already. Yeah, I went over those. Busch Gardens Tampa was 4.1. Hershey Park had 3.3. Great America had 3.1. It's not that it sucks. It's just there's a lot more parks with higher attendance than. So you can tell those are the 3 top parks. I think one of the next attended parks though after Great America is one of the Texas parks, and then usually like to round out the top 5 is usually Six Flags New England. I don't know, where they were. It doesn't say. And unless you're in the know, you don't know. I mean, you could take all the attendance that you've seen online, add it up, and then try to play the guessing game for the rest. Between over Georgia, over Texas, Fiesta, Texas, America, New England, Great Escape, Lerone. I know Lerone and Great Escape are the least attended Six Flags parks. I know that for a fact. Like, it's pretty pitiful. Well, I shouldn't say pitiful, but I know, like, Great Escapes and Lerone, since the last time I seen a 5-year plan, have gone up. And I'm sure the attendance thing's all over the place. I don't know. All right, so that's all I had for news today, so that's good. We're going to get out of here in a minute, and before we do, let's, this weekend, unless you ride in dune buggies, you ain't going to find me. So that's going to be this weekend, so you won't hear much from me. There's a video for Lake Compounce coming out tomorrow. That should be all fine and dandy. I'm just going to keep working on videos. That probably won't be Planet Coaster this week, but probably like Monday, I'll probably start cranking out some Planet Coaster. And we'll see what happens from there. And as soon as I find out any other news, like Wildcat or whatever, look on all social media. I will post it up there for you if you're going to Lake Compounce. So, yeah. So yeah, that's all I got for tonight. Well, like I said, we'll be back next week. Yeah, those are the 3: Magic Mountain, Great America, and Great Adventure, the top 3 in the Six Flags chain. I don't know where everybody else falls. I wish they would have broke down every park and been like, here's all the parks. Like, we want to know all the attendance, but they're not going to give that out. I don't know why, but I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys next week or whenever I jump on stuff. Look out for new videos coming out, And I will see you guys soon. Till then, everybody, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.